Baruch Hashem, good evening. It is Thursday night, the call-in show. Now, last week we had, I think, a game changer of a call-in show. And I don't want to say that this is going to be anticlimactic, because every Thursday night is its own Thursday night, and it has its own vibe. But last year was really, really special. Not last week. Last week was really, really special. We had Jeff Garlin, a superb comedian and actor who hung out with me for almost 3 hours and took your calls. And it was so, so amazing. And I already told Jeff, anytime he comes back to New York, I mean, he lives in LA, but anytime he comes back to New York, let me know, and we would love to have him on any time as a co-host. I'm sure everybody agrees that that was like super, super special. By the way, is this even public? I don't see anyone here yet. I see 0 people here. Hold on, I got to manage this. Literally, it's called Manage Videos in the YouTube. I'm going to the back end, making sure that this is a public, because I see 0 people here. Yeah, it is public. No. August 13th, yeah. Hold on. All right, just want to remind everybody, we do have callers lined up for tonight, but if you do want to be on the call-in show, there's a very specific way to be a caller on the call-in show. You have to email info@soulwords.org. You email first, and you write, don't write your whole life story. Seriously, please don't write a whole page. Just write a sentence, what your topic is. And this is not Stump the Rabbi. I don't want you calling and asking, like, who's a woman going to be married to after Tchias HaMesim if her husband died? Like, I'm not interested in, like, general questions, general knowledge. This is not camp, okay? We're not doing Stump the Rabbi. This is for actual real-life questions, personal dilemmas, and the like. So if you want to be considered as a caller for the call-in show, please email first info@soulwords.org. That's info@soulwords.org. And then, just write a sentence about what you want to talk about, and then we'll let you know if we think your question works. Well, if your question works for the show, we will just send you the call-in info, the number, and the code, the PIN. Okay. Satoshi2401 says, "We are here, Rabbi, BH," which means Baruch Hashem. Okay, Baruch Hashem. I got to call in. I didn't call in yet because I was rushed. I got to tell you something. I came home at 7:30 and I ordered my sushi. I wanted to have my pre-live stream sushi. And I figured I ordered at 7:30. It'll be here by, 8:15. I got here at like 8:50. And so I was like scrambling to eat my sushi and then get down here and start on time. And I'm still kind of flustered. And I didn't even call in yet. I'm going to have to call in right now. Oh, my goodness. How's everybody doing? How's everyone feeling? Yisrael is so good. He always posts the number that I need to call in. I'm not going to say it out loud. Yisrael wrote in the chat, "Please call in at the beginning of the show, not just YouTube. Thank you." Yisrael, my sushi came late. Okay, please have Rachmanis.
Enter the conference PIN number.
Okay. One second. Okay, now I got to use the Bluetooth to connect it to the Roadcaster. And we're connected. Okay, now I'm going to put on the headphones. Okay.
Hi.
Yisrael, you there?
I'm here.
Yisrael, please have Rahman Asami. My sushi came. I was so good. I got home at 7:30. I ordered my sushi immediately, 7:30. I was like, my sushi's going to be here early. And it came at like 8:50, 8:55. I had to wolf it down. That's crazy. I had a cortisol spike. I'm still trying to calm down from that. Anyways, How you doing, Sonny boy? I saw you today. You genuinely surprised me today. I was walking down Kingston Avenue.
Yeah, I was walking down, and I was behind you, and I'm like, I'm going to do something hilarious that you would probably not appreciate. So I grabbed out my phone, ready to take a selfie, and I put my arm on your shoulder and snap, snap, snap. And it's funny because in the picture you can see your reaction. Like first you have this face of like, who just walked up to me and put their arm on my shoulder, and then you have the next picture, like the realization that it's me, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. I was walking down Kingston Avenue in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. By the way, a couple people came over to me just to give me feedback. I was having my Melech Besada moment. I was the Melech. Kingston Avenue was the Sada. Anyways, the Anshe Sada came over to me. Anyways, I got good feedback on the cooking show, which was a relief because a lot of people have been busting my chops about the cooking show. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Can I tell you my statement about the cooking show? Because a lot of people are like, Rabbi, it's not a good look. We don't like it. You know, we're turned off by it. So can I tell you my statement about?
Yeah, give me your official statement. Your official statement.
Here's my statement. Most celebrity rabbis are playing a role. Like, I'm sorry to say this, and I'm not saying about anyone in particular, but they're playing a role. It's a highly performative, highly curated role. And therefore, they choose things to do that they think will get the reaction that they want to get. And so when they do something cheesy like a cooking show, I get it. It's very like off-putting because it's like, you're trying to impress me? But I want to explain something to you guys. I'm not performing a role. Yisrael, you've known me your entire life. I'm basically the same person on camera as I am in real life, except I don't swear. I mean, on camera. Is that true? I mean...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I'm not here to like curate this certain image and be like, oh, how can I get people to like me? Like literally, I just do stuff that I find interesting, inspiring, funny, amusing, informative, educational, instructive, whatever. Sometimes I'm in a serious mood. Sometimes I'm in a funny mood. Sometimes, listen, even though I'm an action star, sometimes I'm an act bizarre. Okay, that's the truth, okay? I don't even know if anyone knew that reference. Anyways, you could look it up, Google it. Even though I'm an action star, sometimes I'm an act bizarre. So, I didn't do the cooking show to be cool, to be relevant. I did it because I thought it would be fun, because it was fun. I had fun doing it. Like everything else I do it because it's fun. And when it stops being fun, I stop doing it. Sundays, we do Likutei Sichos. We read every single word in Yiddish of the Rebbe Sichos. Sometimes it takes 3 hours. And I love it. But you know what? I also like talking to Jeff Garlin about Larry David and Bill Buckner. And, you know, I also like that. That's also me. And I also like making cholent with MSG. That's also me. And I also take care of stray cats. And I post it on my Instagram because that's also me. People harassed the heck out of me about the stray cats. It's like, I'm not here to like figure out the image of the rabbi that you're comfortable. I am me. I am just me. Like I said, I watch my language on camera because that I feel like I do that out of respect for the viewer. Like you speak, I try, speak clean language because that's something I'm doing out of respect. Like, for instance, I wear a tie and I wear my jacket when I'm, like when I'm walking around the house, I don't have my jacket on, but when I'm on the camera, I put a jacket on. Why? Because that's like out of respect for the viewer, a certain decorum, right? So that stuff I'll do, but other stuff like creating content just because I think that's what's trending or that's what people like, I said this a long time ago. I was trying to tell the Frum community that Tucker Carlson was an absolute manipulative user 4 or 5 years ago. And they were like, no, we love Tucker. Candace also. And I was trying to explain. And I said, listen to me. A guy in his 20s who dresses like Orville Redenbacher, and then in his 50s he dresses like the brawny paper towel guy. It's clearly disingenuous. By the way, if you'll ever catch me, I always wear the same thing every day. I don't wear different. Even like, I know like some people that go to like the country, they go to the Catskills and they put on their polo shirt, you know, like, or they put on their khakis. Like I literally wear the same clothes every single day. I could be like gardening. I could be. Even when I am gardening, I'm literally wearing the same clothes as when I'm giving a class. Okay? So if you don't like the cooking show, that's fine, but I didn't do it for you. I did it for me, and I'm sharing it publicly because I found that a lot of stuff that I like, a lot of other people also like. But if you don't like it, you know, just move on. That's fine. I'm not running a restaurant here. I'm not like trying to figure out what can we put on the menu that more people will order, we can get more customers. This is my house. I'm eating dinner, and I'm opening up the door, and I'm saying, if you want to join me for dinner, this is what I'm eating. I'm eating meatloaf tonight. You want meatloaf? This is what I'm eating. And if I want to be like Elvis Presley and eat meatloaf every night for a year, told you that before, right? Elvis.
And ban fish for everyone else.
Elvis was probably autistic, and he had this obsession with how do I know this? Because my brother David and I went to the Graceland tour in Memphis like 30 years ago. And you wear a Walkman. This was 30 years ago. You wear a Walkman, and there's a guided tour on a cassette. And Priscilla Presley is narrating different rooms in the house. And when you go to the kitchen, she's like, oh, there's one time the king got into meatloaf, and that's all he ate every night. And he made a decree that everyone had to eat meatloaf. Okay. So, but I'm not even doing, because you're not like the Elvis buddies who are held captive. Like the Elvis buddies, the guys who grew up with Elvis, and they were like stuck. They couldn't, he would like give them Cadillacs, and then they'd be beholden to him, and they couldn't really go off and do their own thing. You're not beholden to me. Like you can literally go, there's so many YouTube rabbis with highly curated personalities that will be pleasing and palatable to you. I'm just me, okay? Like literally what you see in front of the camera is 99% exactly the guy that I am if you would find me hanging out in my living room, okay? Like I said, there's certain things I do just to like a little bit polish it up, just, you know, out of respect for my audience, but yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for the official, what's it called?
Statement.
Yeah, we're going to get started with our first caller of the night.
Thank you.
Okay, so our first caller, D, is on. Welcome, D.
D. Hello, D.
You hear us?
I don't hear. Hello, hello. Just James Video says, "Ugh, you got me
Hello, can you hear
$7
us?
again because I love the Will Smith reference. It's fine. I know it's going toward goodness." So yes, even though I'm an action star, sometimes
D, you may
it's a
moved.
Will Smith reference.
Oh, yes. Hi. Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, no problem. I'm so glad you're here. I loved you in What's Happening.
And what's happening?
Yeah, it's a joke. There was a character named D.
Oh, okay. Well,
Remember,
if she was in...
she used to extort her brother Raj and say, "Give me $1 or I'm going to tell Mama on you." Okay, don't worry about it.
Oh.
Yes, what's going
I don't think I've ever done that. I hope I haven't.
No, I'm sure not. It's just, okay, I'm just joking. Okay, what's going on? Let's get serious.
Okay. So, so my husband and I, we got married in our mid to late 30s. So we've had, a whole story of life before that, but whatever, that's not necessarily the point of this. But, a little backstory that I didn't include in the email is that unfortunately, my husband's parents are both passed away. They passed away when my husband was in his 20s, 30s, something like that. So
long before you met him.
There's that. Yes, exactly. Before I met him.
Right.
And,
so you've never met
so I guess, it's funny. It's sort of like everyone complains about their in-laws, but I'm like, well, I don't, whatever. It's a kind of a morbid joke, but,
right.
I actually went to his father's caver in Eretz Yisrael, so I met him.
Okay.
sort of, whatever. Anyway, that's beside the point. But either way, he has like second cousins on his mother's side who are kind of very wealthy, very generous, and they sort of took him under their wing when he was like dating and getting married and everything. So
you mean let me just interrupt you. When you say took your husband under their wing, that means paying for stuff, or it means like actually giving him guidance?
A little bit of both. I mean, they definitely tried to like help him, give him guidance and whatever, but they like, he was living in far away. He had to fly in to New York. Like they live in the New York area. So they like covered his flights and they stayed in their house and he stayed in their house and like, they got a car for him, like, rented a car or he borrowed their car or whatever. Like they like took care of him, basically.
Okay. So emotional support as well as financial support.
Pretty much. Yeah. I'm saying, yeah.
Okay.
And so whatever. So thank God. And throughout the wedding and the engagement process and the wedding and after the wedding and everything, they covered a lot of things. They themselves wanted it to be like not upscale, but like they wanted it to be like a nice menschlich, wedding. And, they made a nice Shabbos Sheva and everything. So, they did a lot for us. And then, Baruch Hashem, I got pregnant right away. So, after the baby was born, they, sent her very nice clothes and things like that. So, and then also we stayed by them, for, I don't even remember how long, but we were by them for probably, maybe a week or so. Like, the baby was a couple months old at the time. So that's when she kind of blew up on me. And apparently she's done this to my husband as well. And my husband kind of, like, his reaction was more like just kind of rolling off his back, like, okay, like, whatever. But, like, I think it was a combination of me being postpartum and also, like, my husband was working on commission. So that was, like, that instability was, like, difficult for me.
When you say she blew up on you, you're talking about a specific incident?
Yeah. So this was one of the nights we were by them, and apparently she'd called like my mother, she called my Rebbitzin, she spoke with some other Rebbitzin, whatever, and just kind of, I guess, somehow like expressing her frustration that I'm very ungrateful. Okay. And, I would like to think that I don't remember clearly exactly, but I'm very sure that I said thank you every time.
Right.
And I remember there was some rabbi that was, kind of helping us along throughout the marriage process before the wedding, who's close with them and his cousins. And I kept asking him, like, what can I do to show gratitude? Like, what can I do to, like, repay them, so to speak? Because they were kind of so, like, generous and, like, right. So, like, wow, it was amazing what they did. So, whatever. Anyway, so what happened is apparently, like, I'm like 2 months postpartum. Like, you cry at everything. Like, I don't know. Right. But, like, she was, like, screaming at me, like, you're ungrateful. And, like, I wanted to crawl out of my skin and, like, leave on a flight that night, like.
Okay, but this is years ago, right?
And, well, this is when, not years ago, but this was,
when was this?
And, almost a year and a half ago at this point.
Okay, year and a half ago. Okay. So what's
and then also, then? Well, but just on another note, like, there's also been times where she said, like, some nasty things behind my back and, like, even to my husband. And I'm, like, telling my husband, like, okay, you've got to talk to her and tell her this is not acceptable. You cannot talk to me or about my wife or whatever. And then, and then also, okay. So what happened afterwards? Like, okay, fine. Like, she wants it a certain way. Okay, let me try to do that. So I did try to do that, like, show her gratitude in the way that she wants it, right? A thank you isn't enough or whatever. I don't know. So I tried that, and she was just like, basically kind of like, it's not enough, so to speak. So I was just like, with all the nastiness, I'm like, I'm not, I don't. Okay. And I think maybe.
What do you mean? What are you trying to imply?
No, I'm just saying, like, with all this, this nastiness, I'm just like, I don't really want to. I don't need this. I mean, Baruch Hashem, our financial state's a little bit more stable now, so it's not like I feel like, oh my God, like
So
if she's
just let me
giving me a
interrupt you.
gift, like,
Basically,
oh, like I
saying-
really need it.
Let me just interrupt you. You're basically saying
Okay.
that the relationship came with a lot of support, but it also comes with some unpleasantness. And you're kind of coming to the point where you're making cost benefit analysis, and you're saying it's really not, you know, in the final analysis, not really worth the trouble. So maybe to disengage a little.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like, I don't need this. I don't need the nastiness. I don't need to be screamed at that I'm ungrateful, like whatever.
Okay.
So, you know, and okay. So then after that, they were also very generous in another case. And oh yeah, sorry, that was the case that I was like trying to show my gratitude in the way that she wanted it or whatever. And again, I was met with, you know, this kind of like, no, like not good enough, whatever. So at that point I was just kind of like, forget it. I don't want this. I don't need this. I don't want this.
Okay.
You know, and ever since I sort of like cut contact with her, my husband, he's not upset, but he kind of like wants there to be reconciliation. And on my end, I feel like, okay, there's been enough time, and I feel like, you know, maybe I can, you know, come back. But in the meantime, I've asked my husband, I said, you need to talk to her and tell her, like, set a boundary and say, you cannot say nasty things to my wife or behind her back or whatever, not to me, not to anybody. Like, it's not acceptable. And he's not like such a confrontational type. So I don't, you know, I could ask him if he's done it. I doubt it, but so now I'm thinking like, okay, it's LOL. It's been a long time. Like,
can I burst your bubble?
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
I know sometimes women feel very protected when they get their husbands to stand up to people, and they feel like that's so awesome. Mm-hmm. But it's an illusion, and I want to tell you why. Because she's going to do what she's going to do.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
So you're putting all this pressure on your husband, your poor husband. He's got to stand up to her. She you know, people.
He doesn't want it. He doesn't want to do it.
No, even if he does it, even if he tells her, you can't speak about my wife like that, she's still going to do it.
It's not going to do anything.
Right. And it's just going to be unpleasant. You know, discretion is a better part of valor.
I mean, it's not like we over the engagement period, we did spend a lot of time together, and it's not like I didn't enjoy her company. I think we had a nice time, and you know,
I'm sure
we can have fun and whatever, but they're amazing people. They're Kanai Hara. Like,
I'm sure they're great people.
You know, it's incredible.
People are
right.
complex.
Well, yeah,
you know,
but
nobody is all one way or nobody is all one thing or all the other thing. You know, everybody's got a mixture of strengths and challenges, and yeah, okay, fine. So this is
and you know what? Just as a side point, I do think that, you know, I think she might have been under. To her credit, I guess you could say, like, I think she was under like pressure or felt maybe stressed out because her husband was having some procedure the next day. So I'm saying, you know, maybe she lashed out on me.
Well,
I'm just saying, I think that's probably what happened.
Buried the lead. What do you mean? I think that's probably what happened. Her husband had a medical
procedure.
No,
but what about the nastiness? What about the nasty comments? You know, in other situations where you know,
you say they were from New York.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Where are you from? Midwest or something? I'm from Chicago. You're probably from a normal place. You're not used to New Yorkers. That's what it is. That's what they call.
I lived in New York for 10 years.
I've lived in New York for 20 years. I'm still not used to it. I'm still traumatized every time I walk down the street. Yeah, that's New York. They're harsh, and they talk about you and they criticize, but they love you. That's what, you know, you got to. Cultural thing.
So now I'm like, how do I approach this if I do kind of want to feel like, all right, it's been enough time, it's LOL, like maybe I should
just
kind of
She's your eccentric, rich New Yorker cousin / aunt or whatever. She's cool. Just let her be what she is. She's a character. She's a hoot. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not like you live in her house. Not like you have to see her.
No.
Okay, so enjoy her. She's got a colorful personality. I'm picking up her energy. I can see she's like a Joan Rivers type character.
Probably. Well, no, without the accent.
She doesn't even have the New York accent? No. Are you sure?
No, I'm saying not without a thick accent like
She
that.
doesn't have the thick accent. She has a little accent. Yeah, it's just who she
Probably,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's who she is. It's all love.
I think it was just also being postpartum. I was just like, I don't know, like really sensitive, whatever. It's
Really
just, I was like,
sensitive,
this
and
is
you couldn't
crazy.
deal with this, this high energy New York lady.
This lady.
Yeah.
Mm. That's what my husband said. He's like, yeah, just
I'm right. Your
forget
husband
about
already
it.
told you. And you had to call me. Tell
But
her
that's
I
his
want you.
personality.
I
He's
want
very,
you.
he's very like.
Go to your husband and you say, husband, my dear sweet husband, now I know why I needed to wait till I was in my 30s to get married, because Hashem had such a special husband for me. I had to wait so long till I found you, because you, my dear, wise, sweet husband, you told me the truth.
Boy.
You told me the truth and I didn't listen, but now I'm
Don't
listening.
they always tell you the truth? Your wife tells you the truth, right? Always.
No, you tell him that he told you the truth.
Okay, make him feel good about it.
No, not just to make him feel good. That it's true. He did. He called it. He called it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to help you just roll with it. Just roll with it.
Right. And then what? So what do I do about kind of cutting her off for over a year? Just forget about it. Take it off.
Listen, she's kind of hot-blooded. She's kind of like, she gets excited. So like you could warm her back up again. Just go to her respectfully and warmly, and it's all good. It's all good.
That's it. That's all you have to say, Rabbi. It's all good.
It is all I have to say. It's really that simple. Don't complicate this.
Uh-huh.
They sound like sweet, warm people. They have a little bit of a personality. That's fine. They're a little eccentric. That's fine. That's cute. It's fine. What are they doing? They're not controlling your life. They're just, characters. I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
So I got to get over it.
I think you already
Get
got
over it.
I think you got over it. I think.
I guess I'm just holding out. Maybe it's being stubborn. I don't know.
Nah. I have good news for you. It's already done. There's nothing more to do about it. Just re-engage and just roll with it, and just understand sometimes she's going to be a little flamboyant. She's going to, she's going to be a little cantankerous, a little rough, That's okay. It's part of it's all meant with love. She's not doing anything bad. She's not messing up. She's not messing with your life. It's all good. Really.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
It's a gift. It's a gift, really. You've been blessed with a wonderful husband and a wonderful life, and these relatives sound like wonderful people, and just enjoy them. That's it. It's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's so simple.
It is. Okay. I'm going to wish you ksiva v'chsima
Right.
tova.
Amen. Yeshakaya. Thank you.
Thank you. You well.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Yisrael, you were listening to that?
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah? You think it's that simple? You think I oversimplified it?
Yeah.
Well, no, you weren't listening, so you don't know what I said. Anyway, she had a
No,
problem.
I was
told her it
listening.
wasn't
I'm
such a
thinking.
problem. I told her it's all good.
No,
What should she do? She should
yeah.
go like, we're going to get a mediator and we're going to have to make some ground rules, and just don't complicate things. She's dealing with this like funky, eccentric Joan Rivers type New York aunt who buys her stuff. Just enjoy it. I called it. I called the whole thing. Okay. Yisrael, can I tell you about some more criticism that I got?
Yes.
Okay. So people criticize me. We don't like your cooking show. We don't like what this. Okay. Like I told you, I do what I do. This is just me. I'm having fun. and I'm allowing you to join me. So I also want to tell you something. You know how I mentioned that I post stray cat stuff from time to time on social media, and I got criticism about that. Why are you posting cats? Okay. So I just want to vent for a second. I realized, by the way, the call-in show, the person with the biggest like problems from all the shows is usually me. I'm the guy with all the problems. Okay. So here's my complaint. I want to tell you a complaint. Okay. First of all, let me just back up and say, most of the feedback I get about posting cat stuff on social media is positive. People like it. It makes them feel warm and fuzzy. Causes them to feel a connection to me and then to all of my other stuff. So, obviously as a content creator, it's a good thing. Meaning it signals to people that they can trust me, which is very important to me, that people should feel that they can relax, they can watch my content and expect not to necessarily like everything I'm going to say, like I mentioned earlier, but they can expect that I'm going to be compassionate, that I'm a compassionate person. So for a lot of people, when they see me taking care of cats, they're like, okay, this guy's compassionate. Like, he's trustworthy. We can trust him. We're not going to get a proverbial emotional jump scare by watching him, if you know what I mean. You understand my metaphor. That's most of the comments that I get. However, I just want to share this with you. Recently, and not just recently, but especially the past 2 days, I got tons and tons of comments from people about particularly one of the stray cats. I have a bunch I don't have them. That's the whole point. They're not my pets. I don't own them. They don't live in my house. They're stray cats. They live in the wild. They're feral cats that I try to make their life a little easier by putting out food for them. And some of them are, more comfortable with me now than others. Took years, but some of them will even lean in for head scratches, and some of them, won't come anywhere near me and all that. At any rate, so I got a lot of feedback lately. People saying to me, put it on a plate. Put the food on a plate. Why don't you put the food on a plate? But people even DMing me and being like, OMG, put it on a plate. Or that's rude. Put it on a plate. I can't believe you. Put it on a plate. And I'm thinking to myself, first of all, I'm spending $100 a month of my own money buying pate for these stray cats. Okay. It's not my pet. I'm not obligated to do this. And, I post it because it makes people feel good. And, I want to make people feel good. But then there are certain people who they decide to be offended by it that I didn't put the food on a plate. So, but I don't even want to talk about the fact that these people are looking for something to be upset about. That's not even my point right now, Yisrael. My point is, I don't get the specific outrage about the plate thing, because here's the deal. These are feral cats. These are stray cats. They were born in the wild. They were never pets. They never lived in a home. They grew up on the streets. What in the world? Why do you think they want a plate? What in their experience has ever accustomed them to the concept of a plate? I mean, a plate is really a matter of convenience. If you're a pet owner and you're feeding pets in your house, I understand you put their food in a plate because you don't want to just drop the food on the floor. I get that. That's for your own convenience. But a wild animal, this is a wild animal that until I started feeding it, she was presumably either hunting, although I've never seen her really hunt, so I don't think she's a good hunter, but probably just chomping on plastic garbage bags when people left their bins loose and chomping through and trying to get a chicken bone that somebody threw out, the week-old chicken bone. This is what she was eating from the garbage, So people are upset. I put it on the cement, on the steps to the house, this pate. I'll put it on a plate, and I'm thinking to myself, but why would she, this cat, even want a plate. Like, I'll give you an example. There are certain things that people say do for animals, like cats, because it makes them comfortable, because it reminds them of things that they relate to from their experience. Like they say, get a toothbrush a little bit wet and like brush their head if they'll let you, because it reminds them of their mother's tongue when their mother was grooming them. And so that's comforting to them. Or they'll say, like, if you have like kittens, you like, if they don't have a mother, then you like have a ticking clock, and the tick tock reminds them of the heartbeat, and it calms them. There are like different things they say you can do for an animal to calm them and make them like it relates to experiences that they've had. Okay. But my question to you, Yisrael, is what corollary is there to the experience of a plate in this cat's experience that it would identify the plate as something that's a sign of comfort?
Right.
All right. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, we have a very special surprise.
Oh, surprise. I like surprises. Surprise me.
On the line. Yeah. Welcome to the call-in show.
Do we have a new caller?
Hello? We have a special guest.
Special guest.
Yes, plural.
Oh, I think I know who it is. Are they there?
Hello, yeah, we're here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, how are you, Rabbi?
Baruch Hashem, I recognize the voices. This is David and Ida Schottenstein, and I want to wish you a happy anniversary.
Thank you so much. So nice to be part of your program.
Baruch Hashem. You know, some people for their anniversary, they go out to a fancy restaurant. Other people for their anniversary, they call in the Thursday night call-in show. And I think that's very meaningful.
It was very meaningful, very romantic.
Yeah, just the three of us. Okay, the four of us. Yisrael's here too. Okay, or in all the other thousands of people who are listening. Okay, wow, this is very meaningful. So thank you for calling in. Can I publicly thank you guys for being part of the campaign? Is it okay? I mean, can we publicly talk about it a little bit?
Sure, we're proud to be part of it, and it's something that we look forward to being part of every year.
Baruch Hashem. Yeah. Every year, I can count on you guys. We have a crowdfunding campaign, a matching campaign. So David and Ida are matchers, and okay. So I should say, actually, we haven't officially launched the campaign, but I guess this is the official launch. CharityWithAD.com/RST. Maybe Yisrael put it in the chat. Charity.com/RST, and every dollar that you give is doubled by our generous matchers. And the Schottensteins are one of our generous matchers. So okay, I won't keep you guys on long, because I know it's like it's late, and sometimes I go till like midnight or 1 a.m. on this, but I'm not going to keep you guys up late. I know you guys have normal hours. For the people who are listening, by the way, are already diehard fans, because people who listen to the Thursday night call-in show are like the inner circle of, like, you know, the real inner SoulWords community. But nevertheless, you want to give like the pitch, tell everybody why this is meaningful. Well, you don't have to tell them why they should do it. You can tell them why you do it. Why are you part of this year after year? Is that putting pressure on you?
So, no, not at all. Ida, should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're actually right now in the place where we originally met you, Rabbi Taub, in St. Agathe in Canada, at our home here. And yeah, you spoke at a Shabbaton.
And David loves eating at home on Friday night, but that Friday night I slept him to the show because I knew that you were a scholar in residence, and I said, I really want to go. I heard about Shea Taub. I read about it. I read his column in Ami magazine, and I really love it, and I would really love to go if you're up for it. So he very graciously agreed to go, and I wouldn't have pushed that hard because I know how much he loves to eat at home on Friday night, but that week I thought it was worth it. It was worthwhile, and clearly it was.
It definitely was. I remember you spoke after dinner, maybe it was during dinner, and you said you shared that famous idea that you've shared a number of times, which is be a thermostat, not a thermometer.
That's right.
One of our favorites.
One of our favorites.
Yeah,
you set the temperature. Don't let others set your temperature. And I think that kind of like was a really really was like a light bulb moment for both of us. We kind of thought like that if you operate that way, it would solve so many problems. And what I realized in listening to you speak is that the things that you're saying, they're all things you have this uncanny ability to take things from Chassidus, from the teachings of the Rebbe, and turn them into easily digestible, practical ideas that a person can implement into their everyday life. And that's the whole idea of Chassidus, right? Is to take the holy and to bring it into the mundane. And that was the Rabbi Shluchas. And I think you do a wonderful job with that. And we're very proud to support spreading the word and spreading your message, which is the Rebbe's message.
You know, it's nice that you're reminding me of that first Shabbos. I remember that Rabbi Karlbach's shul up, and I remember we both had kids in camp that summer in Montreal.
That's right.
We drove to visiting day.
That's right.
In that
car we were.
The next day. That's right. Now I'm remembering that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that visiting day too. I remember that.
Yeah, you came out on the boat. Remember, we went out on the boat on the lake.
Oh, was it you?
Lake.
Where was your father visiting Gator?
Yeah. Ari was there. Ari has my birthday.
Yeah.
Ari on the boat.
Wow, so this is really full circle.
Yeah.
My goodness, that's great.
That's awesome.
Wow.
You know what's also
We just need Ari to call on.
Get Ari on. Kafal of Sivan. You know what else is full circle that you just remind me of? I forgot the thermometer thermostat thing. I said that at that dinner Friday night, and I forgot. You know, you're saying it was not in Montreal, but outside of Montreal. A couple months ago, what's his name? Harley Finkelstein from Shopify gave the commencement speech at McGill in Montreal.
And he quoted you. I saw the quote.
Oh, yeah, we both watched it.
That line
Amazing.
quoted the thermometer thermostat line in Montreal. So, like, I guess there's some connection there that.
And you want to know Rabbi? The funniest thing is, last Friday we were not here actually, but Rabbi Karlbach does this thing where he does boat Shabbos like everyone brings their boat out on the lake and they do the Chaims or whatever, and somehow Harley Finkelstein was here on the lake last Friday, and Rabbi Karlbach put tefillin on him and sent out a picture of him putting tefillin on before Shabbos on the lake here in Sinatra. So you have to get with Harley Finkelstein. You guys have some kind of connection.
So I want to tell you something, but between you and me and the people who watch the call-in show, so Yossi Farrow already contacted Harley and is setting up that he should come visit the SoulWords House, which is a half a block from the
beautiful. There we go.
New York. So God willing, that'll happen.
Amazing.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. This is really meaningful. Wow, a trip down memory lane with old friends. This was years ago. This was at least 10 years ago. Yisro, how old were you?
It was Tufshin, Ayin, Solid, or Gimel, actually.
Okay, so it's 14 years ago.
So
13, 14.
Wow. That is crazy. My goodness.
A lot has happened since then. A lot of blessings. Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, I don't want to take up your time on your anniversary. Oh, you were about to give me a bracha. What were you about to say?
We want to say you should continue to have tremendous success, continued success, and compounding success in everything you do. You are really amazing, and we're so proud and grateful to be a part of the incredible work that you do. And Yisrael, I have to give you a shout out as well because you're such a big part of SoulWords now. So really, both of you are a star father-son team, and it's really amazing to watch. We're very proud.
Thank you.
Really, really thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you for the friendship all these years. Thank you for being part of what we do and affecting so many other people. And Hashem should continue to give you revealed blessings, nothing but revealed good.
Amen. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you so much. Good night, guys. Thank you.
God bless. Be well. Okay. A good Chodesh also. Wow. That was beautiful. Thank you for the surprise.
That was very special.
I forgot about the going out on the lake in Montreal with the boat.
Yeah.
That was like our first time hanging out. Okay, and that you were there. That's very, very cool. Okay.
Yep.
Baruch Hashem. Do we have another caller up, or can I go back?
Yes, we have. We have our next caller. Yeah.
I have rants locked and loaded. I have rants locked and loaded, Yisro. But we have callers. Okay, fine. Let's put the call.
I believe you.
Okay. Let's put the callers on.
Okay, 1 second. We have Julie on the line.
Okay.
Hello, Julie. Welcome to the Thursday Night Call-In Show.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yay!
Yay.
Baruch Hashem!
Baruch Hashem.
Yay!
Yay.
Baruch Hashem!
So,
Yay!
what's going on?
Oh, Rabbi. Let me say off the bat, I think, I don't know, I've never seen you serve the cats. I have 2 black cats. I just lost one recently. She returned. We're at the end of that dilemma. But there's, if you haven't heard, I don't know how you serve, if you serve the cats like straight from the can, I don't know. But there's a whisker stress. When the whiskers are, like, they need to be not, you can't press, you can't, the whiskers are really, they're the thing. It's like for female, they're the thing. You kind of get my drift. I think that's what I'm trying to say is that if you're feeding from the can, because I've never seen it, that's the issue.
Oh, because if you're feeding from the can, they knock the whiskers on the edge of the can. No, what I usually do, first of all, I normally get Sheba brand pate because I found that cats really like it.
Yeah, that I saw. Yeah, that I saw, but I didn't see the actual.
Yeah, I just sort of like dump it like right on the concrete, like not in the.
Okay,
plastic.
so there's no whisker stress. No whisker stress.
Right, but people want me to put it on a plate, so I don't know.
Oh, that's their issue.
That's their issue.
That's their issue.
Thank you. Okay. Now,
come over, wash it up, rinse it off. What's your problem?
Okay, so I will tell you one argument that somebody gave me that I thought was not a bad argument. So in the Instagram DMs, so I said that somebody Instagram DM'd me, and I'm like, cats don't value plates. It's not a cat thing. They don't care about plates. It's a human thing. You're imposing your human preferences, right? Okay, but the guy came back and he says to me this, but it was very good. What he said to me is, yes, it is a human thing, but by putting the food on a plate, you're telling the cat that you're including the cat in what you do.
Hello?
Yeah, I thought that wasn't bad.
This is what Hashem created creatures. He creates everything. You respect the animal. You give them what they need. You have a problem with anything that's remaining afterwards, wash it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
My cat took off. I had an issue with the cat. They come back. They come back to where the food is.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. What did you call in about tonight?
Okay, let's get to the question for tonight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. May I give you a little context?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Julie from Brooklyn, New York, Kings Highway, East 29th and Kings Highway, 11229. And on the corner of Kings Highway Jewish Center. Grew up there with my brother. My father was the statistician for the Topps baseball cards from 1970. I want to say 5 before my brother was born. So that where we're going to end up after, as I play this out for you, my brother is the issue here and why I'm addressing you.
Okay.
So my dad was hired. We actually lived in Wisconsin for a year. He's at least second generation Brooklynite. I'm Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn, right? So
where did you live in Wisconsin?
Stevens Point.
Oh wow. Okay. Because of the university there?
So he did it. He went to Brooklyn College for a year, but my father was, if he could have been a baseball player, he would have been a baseball player.
Right.
That didn't happen. He had asthma. Didn't happen.
Right. So he became the statistician for Topps baseball cards.
Correct.
Right.
And like baseball, because it comes before Hashem. honestly, in our household really was. Because I just saw a photograph of my grandfather Haber wearing his talit at his bar mitzvah. So, anyway, okay, please guide me, help me. I'm moving this along.
You're doing great.
My brother, I'll give you the end, and then we'll do the fill-in.
Okay.
If I may. My dear mother, let me just, I'll just tell you who my dear mother was. In growing up in Brooklyn, New York, she was a dressmaker, and people would come to the house, hem the dress, hem the pants, adjust the waist. See, this is how the jacket should be, how long the sleeve should be. This is where the neck should be. Is this kashrut?
A seamstress.
Let's see. She's been a seamstress to Brooklyn, New York, and Brookline, Massachusetts.
Got it. So your father was your father was an aspiring baseball player who had asthma and became a statistician for Topps baseball cards.
Correct.
And your mother was
Correct.
The chief seamstress of Brooklyn, New York, and Brookline, Massachusetts. Got it. And you had 2 black cats, but one of them passed away. Okay, Julie, I got it. This is
no. She didn't pay. She came back.
What do you mean
she came back? I lost her because I fell.
Like Pet Cemetery.
So.
What do you mean you lost her?
She came back after 5 days. This is an indoor cat.
You didn't mean euphemistically she passed away.
Outside.
You mean that she
wandered
off?
Oh my God, no. It was she came back after 5 days, 5 nights, pure and without a hair out of place, perfect
you didn't
condition.
bury her in a haunted pet cemetery, right?
No. Okay. This is me on my 2 black cats.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
Okay,
so my dear mother, as I find out now, our family on my mother's side of German origin, 32 members lost their lives or sacrificed their lives in Yom HaShoah. I'm really trying to give you that full expanse, that full zoom out, and then zoom in. My mom was she was hard on me. I was the firstborn, and my brother was born 6.5 years after me, so he was favored, of course. It was a disappointment that the first one was a girl, but okay, yeah. Anyway, so Marty comes along. My mother loves him. She just raised us. Her style of parenting was yelling. I'd stand there, she'd start yelling at me. I stuck my tongue out at her while I was on the phone with my grandmother, first generation survivor, beside her parents perished. She's yelling, I'm trying to talk to Oma. I stuck my tongue out at her. Stop. Mm-hmm. So her style was yelling. Mm-hmm. I don't know how it boiled down to yelling. It became yelling. My brother had really taken on because the relationship with my mom passed away at 75, coming up on 6 years ago. So that's what we're familiar with, how to relate to each other in the family. It's through pain and insult and yelling, and there's nothing love, but not with me. With me, there was a triangulation before my dear mother of blessed memory passed away. I raised my dear daughter with my dear mother in Brookline, Mass, and because of my mother's love, my daughter, she's going to be 24 in a week, 2 weeks from today. She's an RN. I did my job. I'm going back to Florida. Okay. Out of here in New York.
Okay.
Done. But I go and visit my dear brother, and it's just every time he sees me, whatever, he looks for the slightest thing I do.
He's hypercritical.
I was okay. Okay.
Hypercritical, yeah.
And has to have
Is it just the two
that
of you?
outburst.
Are there any other siblings? Just the two of you?
Yes,
Okay.
just the two of us.
And you said
just the two of us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Grover Washington. That's right.
Yeah, it's really sad. So we just actually, my daughter, who's got no connection, and I'm doing so much tshuva because I didn't encourage the Yiddishkeit Torah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother's not either in his home. So we just had such a blessing visit. So my mother's brother, Ruvain Browner, moved to Rana 47 years ago. 5 sons, now 21 grandchildren. So my cousin just visited. He's a real estate agent.
You give me,
and,
by the way,
so
Julie,
he just came with
a lot of information. I'm trying to keep track of it all, but how about?
Okay, yeah.
Because I have the next caller. I have the next caller waiting already. So could you focus it in? Focus it in. Yeah, focus it in for me.
Okay.
Like, what's the real dilemma right now?
My brother is like the only I don't know. My sister-in-law, who's an RN, has zero idea. She has zero experience with my brother. How his background, because her parents are just lovely people, and they're the opposite. The kids are suffering.
So basically, let me just make
suffering.
sure I'm understanding this, okay? Because you said a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to process it all. But basically, you're saying your brother is not only hypercritical of you, correct? Just to say yes or no, because I'm just checking in with you. Okay, but he's hypercritical of, it sounds like, most people, including his wife, and you're worried about your sister-in-law. Yes,
the children
and the children
and the
children.
The children.
Listen, I'm going to tell you
12, 10, and 8.
I'm going to tell you a harsh truth here. Your job here is to be a loving aunt, and it's not to add stress. If you try to call people out for their behavior, you're going to add to the stress. It sounds like there's already enough stress. You're going to add to the stress. So we don't call people out. We don't criticize them. We don't try to change them. First of all, you can't change them, but even trying to is just going to add to the stress. So I would view it like this, okay? If what you're saying is true, okay, and by the way, there are always two sides to a story, but your perspective is that there's a lot of stress in the home. Okay, fine. So then do what you can do to add joy to their life, okay? Don't add stress by calling anyone out or criticizing or telling them what they're doing wrong. Just try to add. You're a very joyful person. You know that you have that good energy. You know, you're very upbeat. So share that positivity with them. And that's it. And just kind of hold your tongue and don't speak about any of the negative stuff. It's just going to create more stress. You got what I'm saying?
I did not know how to support my sister-in-law, who's new to this abuse.
Just be a ray of sunshine. Just be positive. Just be supportive. Just be positive and supportive. That's it.
Oh, God, it's bad.
That's it. That's all you can do. I know. You want to save the whole world, but I'm just telling you, take care of your cats.
No, I don't want to save the world. I want to save my family.
Okay. But sometimes we don't save people. What we can do is be a positive influence in their life. Keep it positive. I know you're stressed out about it, but, they're also stressed. If everything you're saying is true, they're already stressed. So just try to share cheer and happiness and lightness. Keep it light. Keep it light.
Right.
I know you're carrying a lot.
Oh, thank you so much. Let me just explain just for 45 seconds, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So my Shia, Browner Properties were in Israel. Thank you so much. My uncle from Brookline, my aunt from LA, married there. So it's a different attitude. The children are well behaved. The children don't act out. The children are lovely amongst themselves. The children each have relationships with each other. Nobody's yelling. Everybody's lovely.
Wonderful.
It's just love. There's no raising of voices. There's no anger. So it was a different perspective, and so that really kind of instigated me motivated me.
I hear you.
So Baruch Hashem, Rosh Chodesh Elul.
That's right.
Time
of new possibilities.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak with you. I really am. I'm very grateful.
You should have good news to report. Let us know. Let us know about good news. We'll be very happy to hear from you. You have our contact info. Okay.
I watched Breakfast with Ellie. Good night.
Okay.
Lovely.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Yisrael, we have another caller on the line?
Yes, we do.
Okay,
Let me grab the next caller.
Okay.
We have our next caller on. Welcome to the Thursday Night Call-In Show.
Hello, can you hear me? Am I coming in clear?
Yes, you're coming in clear.
Ida Taub, first of all. And it's going to sound like I'm reading off a script because I am reading off a script because if I don't have one, this is going to go off course very quickly.
Okay. How long's your script?
Well, hard to judge.
Is it like handwritten or is it like on a computer page?
No, it's typed up.
Typed up like with a typewriter with like an ink ribbon?
No, it's typed up on the dock.
On a dock, printed out?
No, it's a digital document.
Digital document. Okay, like
is it a PDF, a Word document? No, I'm kidding.
No, what I'm trying to understand is this like a page of 12-point font text? It's like a page?
I know.
You can't tell.
Around there.
Okay. You could read it, but I want to tell you something. Generally speaking, I'm pretty good. I'm not good at a lot of things. And some things I'm really bad at. But one thing I'm good at is figuring out what people are really talking about pretty quickly.
Okay.
So I don't think you need your script. I always tell people Okay, so just for a disclaimer, I'm not a therapist. I actually hate hearing people's personal stories because it drains me, because I find it very, very painful, because I always kind of connect to it very deeply. And, people say, well, you got to have boundaries. Well, I'm not a clinician. I'm not a therapist. I don't have boundaries for this. My boundaries are not listening to people when I'm not capable of listening. But when I am listening, then I'm there 110%, completely taking it in. So I'm not really worried about your ability to articulate your story, because I'm telling you, I will figure out your story. With God's help, I will figure out your story. As long as you let me interrupt you and ask questions and clarify stuff, I'll figure out the story. So you can start wherever you want. You can start in the middle. You can start at the end. It won't make a difference. I will figure out what you're trying to tell me with Hashem's help. Can we just do it that way? Okay, so just dive in, just randomly. Don't worry about being articulate.
Okay, so I recently graduated college.
Okay.
And my second last semester of college, I was ready to start dating.
Okay.
And I tried some things in the past, didn't work out, and then I attended an online speed dating event in February.
An online speed
dating? I
dating?
met someone. An online, I'm trying to leave this very,
I got it. I'm just clarifying because I had never heard of online speed dating, but okay, no problem.
And I met someone who was seemed like a great match, and I'm trying to emphasize the best I can. Like, she fit like what I like. The ideal is that she fit like really exactly what I was like looking for. Like very close to the point. And so
she checked all the boxes.
We dated her for yeah. So
she was
we dated her for 4 months. I would think so.
Okay. I love the fact that you're laughing because it means that we're connecting and that you're getting what I'm putting out there. Okay, this is fun. Okay. Anyways, you dated for 3 or 4 months. And I'm assuming that you stopped dating because you're not married. So what happened? See, I'm Sherlock Holmes. Logical deduction. So what happened at the end of the 3 or 4 months?
So, well, I'll say it like this. So, in the end of May, at the very end of May, she broke it off.
Yeah.
And this is the same weekend. This is the same weekend as my graduation.
Yeah.
And my birthday also.
Oh my gosh.
So it was it was a real.
Oh my gosh. Your birthday, your graduation, and you got dumped. That's intense. It's intense at the end of May.
Yeah.
And it was Memorial Day weekend.
Specify it's Hebrew birthday, so it's special.
Okay.
And so she broke things off because she said that at the time that she was too filled with anxiety because her anxiety was taking physical symptoms, like she wasn't eating or she wasn't sleeping or she wasn't doing things to like keep herself in like a working manner.
Right.
And also she had also during that time before she came, she also had like a lot, I don't want to say traumatic, but I would say traumatic for the easy conversation of what happened. So I was kind of not the breaking point for her, but I guess, I don't know. That's the best way to put it.
Okay. Anyway, she said she was going through a lot of stress, anxiety, was affecting her on a physical level, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, as you can imagine, this devastated me.
Yeah.
And I'm actually skipping over a lot of details, but yeah, this devastated me for quite obvious reasons.
Yes.
And there were things that happened in the relationship,
yeah,
which I just don't have. Well, I don't have answers for because I can't find answers for them because there's too many. So I need to give you some. I need to give you some little bit of background because
okay,
she was at the time she was 18. I was 21 then. Now I'm 22. Now she's 19 now.
She was 18. Now she's 19.
Yeah.
You were 21. Then you had your birthday at the end of May. Now you're 22.
Mm-hmm. And so she never, I don't know if she never had the opportunity, but she never took the chance to go to have a gap year in seminary. And so when she came to visit me,
okay.
I'm going to say the location. The location is going to give away a lot of the
don't say
a lot
the
of the stories.
Don't say the location.
Okay. Anyway, I took her somewhere, which inspired her greatly, and very much inspired her greatly because it was the final push for her to go to seminary. It was like the final I guess the final straw. And so was this entire, was like, I'm like, I remember because this obviously happened after the breakup. And the breakup, I had other things going through my head. But when this happened, I was like dumbfounded because like, was my entire purpose, this is my purpose in an entire 4-month affair was to get her to go to seminary. This was my entire, like,
wow.
And in my more preliminary information, that I took gap year before college, and I'm actually in the even before I started dating, I wanted to go back to yeshiva.
Yeah,
and it's been a process because the timings didn't line up, and then so it just so happened that we're both going to our respected programs the exact same time.
Okay,
which is like it's crazy to me. So it was like,
okay,
why? And I'm trying to sit here and think like, why would like God? Why would he orchestrate this in such a way that we meet? She seemed to be so perfect, whatever. He broke it up, and now we're both going back to our respective like
programs.
I guess programs. This is like
right.
This is like I'm just like stunned by the question.
I get it.
And then I guess the third question, which actually was the first question, because in chronological order, this is the question I was I guess shouting the night that it all happened was this: why would God give me someone who seems so perfect, who seems such like a perfect
and then
fit,
it's not
so perfect,
yeah,
and then like take it away so quickly,
yeah,
take it away like that, like
yeah.
So there's a lot more. There's several of the details, but I feel like just from that, I feel like.
Okay, all right. So, I mean, look, you're talking about stuff that's okay. On one hand, love and loss is really painful, super painful. On the other hand, it's not life and death. And it's a funny paradox because it's almost like nothing more painful than the loss of love. And yet, in the grand scheme of things, you've really lost nothing. It's not like, God forbid, a family member dying or something like those are really, life-altering events.
I hear.
And I'm not saying it to minimize it. I'm saying it's an interesting thing. On one hand, look, there's no question that heartbreak is a huge, huge, huge experience because look at how many songs are about the experience. And look at how many plays and novels and poems.
There's a lot of country songs.
More than just country songs. There's a reason why heartbreak is one of those things that like people talk about and perseverate on, and because it is one of those huge things. And at the very same time, objectively speaking, if you really think about it, it's nothing. It's just a disappointment. You didn't lose anything. You weren't actually injured or hurt. Like, all that happens is you have this expectation and you form very deep, sometimes vivid connections to that expectation. You like build like a whole alternate life around it. And then you lose that. And then you have to just come back to reality. But you've lost nothing. So what I'm saying is, on one hand, yeah, it's a devastating thing in a young man's life, the loss of love. On the other hand, thank God, it's really, it's just part of becoming a man. It's just one of those things, and
I hear that.
No biggie. It's really no biggie.
The part
that
really kicks is that she was she was laying it on hard when she was talking about future, and she was talking about this, she was talking about that, and she was talking about progressing down the line.
Right. Yeah.
That's what.
Right. So you were really hook, line, and sinker because she was going there. She was talking about the future, and you were imagining a future, and what are you going to name your kids and all that stuff. Yeah. And
Well,
what?
You know what I'm saying? I think kids are jumping the gun a little bit.
Oh, you didn't even get that far? Oh, okay, fine. So, what did you talk about? What kind of what kind of silverware pattern you're gonna
Logistically, they're about to work out. Logistically, they're about to work out because we're in two separate parts of the world, also.
Yeah. Listen. It is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. No, I'm joking. It's all part of becoming a man.
I've heard that quote.
Yeah. No, I was joking though.
I've heard that quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was being silly. It's all part of growing up. You know, you're a young guy. It's part of life experience. It's like, you know, you talk to really successful people who've made a lot of money. I'm saying successful in business. And you always ask them, like, what was the first business you had that, you know, you lost all your money on? Because they always have. Like, it's always like that, you know, that first business where, you know, I got wiped out and then I had to, like, live in my van for a year. And then I came back, right? It's all part of life. Like, it's thank God, it's not a real loss. It's not, at the end of the, I don't want to speak, like, flippantly about it. I'm not trying to be cavalier, but this is somebody you knew for a few months. She came into your life. She came out. Like, it's really, thank God, it's not like losing a family member, God forbid. It's not like a death, God forbid. You know, whatever. It's this person, you didn't know her before. She was in your life for a few months. You got attached. Okay, she's not in your life now. Again, I'm not trying to be like cavalier about it, but, you know, this is one of these experiences that make a man. You know, congratulations. You know, this is a maturing experience. Mm-hmm. Just part of growing up. You know, and you ask, like, why would God do this? Well, what I mean, there's a lot more troubling things that God does in this world that can really keep you up at night. You're like, why God? This is an experience that makes you more mature. You've experienced loss. You know, thank God, not in, like I said, a really high stakes way. It feels massive, you know, the loss of romantic love does feels massive. It's not massive. It's very low stakes. And you know what? There are some lessons, I'm sure, to be learned here. I don't know how much you want to get into it, but I think you could probably.
Well, I'm trying to not divulge any personal details or anything or names or anything, but I can get into it.
No, don't divulge any. You don't need to, because I'm already with you. Listen to me. I told you already. I'm very good at picking up the story. Like, I'm like ChatGPT. Like, you know, you give it like a few lines and it can like turn it into a whole page. Like, okay, I got it. You know, listen, I want to tell you something. You don't have to give me details, but I'm going to say some stuff and you tell me if this resonates with your experience. Okay. All right. So basically, you kind of opened up a world for her. You kind of selflessly showed her where she could be, like what she could do, and a better way to live. And in the end, that came back to bite you. Because then...
Well...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You're on the right track.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you. I mean, so here's the thing I want you to know. You know, there's two directions you can go in life. One is you can become somebody who becomes much more polished at interpersonal relationships, and especially at your relationship with an intimate partner, we'll call it, and learn how to play the game much more smoothly and effectively. and become somebody who really knows how to get from people what you want to get out of them. And those people, I want to tell you something, outwardly, they appear successful. Inwardly, those people are emotionally dead. The other direction is to be the person that you are, which is you made her life better even though you paid the price of heartbreak. Now, one perspective is you could say, well, you were the loser. You got the short end of the stick in that relationship. Or another way to look at it is you're a real man. That's what a man is. A man is a selfless giver. And you improved her life. Her life's better for having known you, even though you had to suffer heartbreak. I want to tell you something also.
I hear that.
Yeah, I want to tell you something also. That is something that if you can own that and say, I'm okay with that. I'm ready to pay the price of heartbreak to be that kind of person. I don't want to be the other kind of person who manipulates people and gets them to do what I want them to do. I want to be the kind of guy who improves people's lives, even if it makes my own life worse. I'm ready to be that guy. And that's what a real man is. And ultimately, when you do get married, which you will, that's the spirit of a husband and a father. The true spirit of a husband and father is to be the one in the family who says, my purpose is to make everyone around me have a better life, even if I gain nothing from it personally, even if I suffer for it. But this is who I am and who I want to continue being. And I don't do it for thanks. I don't do it for recognition. I do it because this is what I'm meant to do. And you're asking the question, is this, why would Hashem send you on this weird mission? Well, what are you talking about? This is life. This is the mission. Go around making people's lives better for having known us, expecting nothing in return.
May I chime in?
Yeah, please.
So I'm an avid watcher, and this reflects to actually last week's episode a lot. And I'm
Jeff
sorry,
Garlin?
I cannot remember. Yeah, I cannot remember his name off the top of my head. Thank you for reminding me.
Jeff.
And about just and about how life is all about what's the word that you guys always used a lot in the episode? It's about what's the kind of comedy? It's
more.
Improvisational comedy.
Improv. It's improv. Thank you.
Yes.
Improv comedy. And another point I want to act is that, so like the initial breakup was like the end of May. The thing is that however, like even through the month of June, I'm trying to put this in the most way it can make sense. She was blocking and unblocking me at different moments.
She was a game player. She was a game player. I want to tell you something, son. I've only blocked 2 people ever in my entire history of owning a phone, and I unblocked one of the people. But yet there are people who they block people like literally like it's, I don't know. That's like on a daily basis. Who am I blocking today? She blocked you and unblocked
you. Did you block Mr. Con?
Dude, she blocked me and unblocked because
I wish I could have blocked Mr. Con, but this is the days of. This is before.
It was numerous times because there were things that she wanted me to see, and the things she also didn't want me to see. But one of the things she said is that 2 weeks later, after the breakup, she had an opportunity to go on another first date.
Yeah,
and she told me that the entire time during the first date, she wasn't trying to purposely do it. She was comparing him to me, and the thing is that I raised the standard so high. I raised the standard.
Oh my
I raised
goodness.
the standard very high.
You got to stay away, my friend. She's a real hardcore game player. The fact that she broke up with you, she was dating the next guy, and then contacted you to let you know. But while I was on a date with him, what?
I wouldn't call it that. I'll pay for a first date.
You wouldn't call it a game player? That is seriously no. Listen to me. You're 21. You're 22. Okay? I'm 52. Am I 52? Just listen to me, okay? Listen to me, son. This girl, you weren't dating her anymore. She broke it off. She was having a first date with the next guy, and she's still in contact with you. Monday morning quarterbacking her first date with the next guy, telling you, but I was comparing him to you the whole time. That's called a game player.
But she admits that. She also admits that she broke it off terribly. Also, she admits that she admits that she.
Yeah, and I want to tell you something. Stay away. I'm begging you to stay away, because if God forbid, you dodged a bullet, my friend. You dodged a bullet, because if you marry this girl, and then she's going to divorce you, and then she's going to say, oh, I was wrong when I divorced you. Let's get remarried. Okay, it's only going to be higher and higher stakes. Like, thank God you dodged a bullet. Oh, you lost 3 months. You lost 3 months, and you didn't lose the 3 months because it was a learning experience. But if you're going to stay with her, it's going to get higher and higher stakes, and she's just going to lather, rinse, repeat. This is what she does. No, you got to, God willing, she's going to grow out of it. She's only young. She's 18. She's going to grow out of it, but please stay away. Please stay away. She's a game player.
This was also both of our first time actually dating. So I guess you could.
Yeah.
Okay. Go through.
She's immature. She's young. She's only 18. God willing, she'll grow out of it. But you got to really just. You got to chalk this up as a learning experience and move on.
I know the part that. Okay, this may sound pathetic. The part that still part of me still, because I know how happy I was when I was in the past. I just know, I feel like if we could redo this whole thing, and we can actually make this work. And if she did get mature and if she did all do this, and we spoke again in a year.
I want to say something too. Listen, I don't want to sound like the Hasidic Andrew Tate, but and I don't even know what he's. I don't even know what he says. Except, actually, I do know some of the stuff he says. So I hope this is not like manosphere type stuff over here. But I'm about to say something. It's going to sound like black pill. No, not black pill. Red pill. They call them red pills, right? Red pill manosphere. Okay, it may sound like that, but I'm totally serious with you. I'm totally serious with you. If a girl breaks up with you, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. Because what that means is she feels, I'm hating hearing these words coming out of my mouth because I literally sound like some slime ball, misogynistic red pill manosphere, whatever. But if a girl ever breaks up with you, there's no coming back from that because she knows. Look, bottom line, the way that men-women stuff works, it's very, very much based on safety and security. It's not just about a woman has to feel her man can protect her. It's also she needs to feel. Oh my gosh, I don't want to sound the way that I'm sounding, but when she feels she's in control of the relationship, that makes her feel unsafe. When she feels that she can have you or get rid of you at her whim, that feels very unstable.
World on a string?
What'd you say?
I said world on a string.
What's world on a string? Like a metaphor?
I tried to quote Sinatra, but it didn't come out well.
What?
I was trying to quote Sinatra, but it didn't come out well.
Oh, is the Sinatra quote? What's the Sinatra quote?
Yeah.
What does he say? Got a world on the string?
Isn't it World on a String or I got it tighter on my finger? What's the quote?
I don't know. I'm not so expert in the Sinatra. I know I did it my way. Can we talk about something that I find interesting, by the way? Do you know about the My Way killings?
The who?
The
what?
You said you're a Frank fan. So I'm telling you that Frank, he sang My Way. I did it my way. And there was a thing, by the way, he stopped singing at My Way. He came to resent that song. He didn't like it. But there was something called the My Way killings in the Philippines. There was a rash of killings. This is not a joke. You can Google this. You know that, like, in Asia, they're very into karaoke. I mean, karaoke is an Asian thing.
I did not know that. No, I did not know that.
Karaoke comes from Asia. Comes from Japan, I believe. But anyways, it's big in all
fun
of
facts
Asia.
every day.
Okay, so in the Philippines, they had a rash of My Way killings where someone would get up on stage and do a karaoke My Way. Now, my friends, the end is near, the final curtain. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I did it my way, right? Okay, and then people would jump out of the audience and shoot the person who was singing. And this happened repeatedly. This happened repeatedly, like in karaoke bars in the Philippines. People would jump up and shoot a guy for singing My Way, and they were asked, "Why did you do it?" And the people, the killers would say, "Because it was arrogant. Because that song is very arrogant." Like literally, those are the words. Like, yes, like he's just singing the words on but the fact that you even chose to want to sing My Way means you have disdain for your audience, and you're like mocking them. I did it my way, you know. So it was a rash of killings called the My Way killings. The guys would get up in karaoke bars in the Philippines and sing My Way and get shot.
Well, I did not know that.
Yes. Jive Turkey 1618 says, "Yeah, kind of a bummer. Sinatra hated My Way at the end. It's one of his best songs." But Vegas,
it is one of his best songs.
But Vegas Elvis sang it. We've spoken on the Thursday Night Call-In show.
Yeah, but
Vegas
he did
Elvis.
Good.
You say you're a big listener to the Thursday Night Call-In show. Do you remember when we spoke about Vegas Elvis before?
What date was that?
I don't remember the date. I don't know. I'm not like the Grateful Dead people. They'll tell you like Soldier Field, 1973 or whatever. No, I don't know the date, but I remember we spoke about Vegas Elvis. Remember I think it was when I was into singing The Man of La Mancha. The what's the song? What's the Man of La Mancha song? What is it? Impossible Dream. To dream the impossible dream. Yeah, and I said that Vegas Elvis sang To Dream the Impossible Dream.
Okay.
Remember that?
No, not particularly, but
I thought you said you were an expert in all my
shows. I said avid watcher. I did not say expert.
Not an expert. Okay. Yeah, I did speak about Vegas Elvis. So Vegas Elvis sang I Did It My Way. Anyways, look up the My Way killings in the Philippines. Anyone out there in the audience looked it up yet?
Will do.
Maybe put it in the chat. Cut and paste in the chat. Just remind me if I'm remembering correctly. Okay, listen, my friend. It's going to be good. You got to move on. She's immature. God willing, she'll grow up, but it's over for you with her. I mean, whatever. Like, even if she does grow up, like, you're done. You're done. It's over. Like okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask one more question on this?
Yeah.
I said, I'm in this, hypothetically, what happens, this is going to sound wrong, what happens if she comes running back?
Oh, she will. Oh, she will. Whenever she's feeling insecure about herself and she wants a boost, she'll come back to you. but she's just, don't be flattered. You know, a crack dealer shouldn't be flattered when a crackhead buys crack from him. You understand?
I haven't heard that quote, but I think I understand.
It's not a quote. I made it up just now.
Well, it's your quote now.
It's my quote now. I want to tell you something, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
She was 16, only 16, except she was 18. You know that song?
Yeah.
She was too young to fall in love.
No.
Yeah, that's what it is. She's too young. She's too immature. I know she's 18. She's too immature. She's too immature. You got to move on, my friend. As they say, hit the gym. As they say in the internet.
I've seen some people.
Hit the gym.
I've seen some people who go through like massive heartbreak, and like that gym going is real. Like I've seen, like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like I've seen, it's just like it doesn't seem physically possible how people can get that big without steroids in that short amount of time.
Yeah, this is like natural steroids. Getting dumped is like natural steroids. You're gonna be ripped. Send us pictures of your progress. We want to see your muscles. Were you listening to the previous caller? Before you came on, were you listening to the previous caller?
Yeah, I've been. Well, I'm on Central Time. I've been on since the beginning.
Oh, you're on Central Time. You're a Midwesterner like me.
Yeah.
I'm originally from the Midwest. I'm from Chicago. Originally, haven't lived there in like 30 years, but I'm a Midwesterner.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, that's cool.
I want to sing you a song to comfort you.
Okay.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. That's it. That's all I want to say to you. Okay? That should comfort you a little bit.
Can I have one more rehearsal?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how many weeks it was ago, but on the Thursday concert, you see this same song. Well, not even a song. This I guess not terrifies my parents, but it's when you sang. Emo to the emo show, or college to the college show several times over, and it makes me laugh.
Did it crack you up?
May I please have an audition? Yeah, it's just fantastic.
Okay. So first we're going to sing the real way. Call into the call. Will you sing with me? Sing with me. It's karaoke. Karaoke. Call into the call-in show. You got to call into the call-in show. Call into the call-in show. Call into the call-in show. Okay, and then we didn't get any calls that one week. We just got emails. So I said, oh, man. It's like email to the email show. You got to email to the email show. Email to the email show. Email to the email show. But I want to get serious for a second. Okay? I want to get serious.
Okay.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. You can't do that in the Philippines. I mean, you can. It'd be the last thing you do.
You'll get murdered.
Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Okay, my friend, you do sound like a super fan. You sound like you do know this show pretty well. So I want to compliment you on that. And I want to wish you success in finding a true partner in life. And the girl that you marry, I bet you she's going to be a fan of the call-in show. And on your third date, you're going to say, do you listen to the call-in show? And she's going to be like, oh, yeah, I also listen to the call-in show. And then you're going to say to her, oh, yeah? What were the My Way killings? And
I called in one?
What?
I'd say, I should say I called in once.
Yeah,
with a dilemma.
Tell her. No, because then she's going to go back and listen to the archives, and she's going to get the ick. She's like, "Oh, you called her when you got dumped. Now I got the ick," and then you're going to have to call in a second time. I was dating this girl. She was even more perfect than the first girl who was perfect, and she got the ick because she listened to the archives of the call-in show. And I'm going to say to you, regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
Okay, we have another caller on the line.
We're having fun, you Sro, we're cracking up over here.
I know.
This is like the part of the sleepover when we're getting giddy.
Cut the fun.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We're getting slap happy over here. Okay, be in touch with us, okay? All right, blessings to you. Reveal good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Can I say one more thing or no?
Quick, because we have the next caller. Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, this is unrelated, but a couple of years ago, we had a Shabbaton in New York, and you actually greeted our group at the Ohel, and you gave a cheer.
Oh, great!
And I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for that experience.
Awesome. Next time you come to the Ohel,
and also the cooking show is fantastic.
Thank you.
And I wish I could like help you produce that or something, because like cooking is also my passion completely.
Oh,
cooking is my entire thing.
Amazing. Okay, that's very cool. You sound like a real catch.
Also, the cat is great.
You're a real catch. You cook and you like the call-in show. You need the right girl. Okay, we have the next caller up, so I got to go. Okay, thank you so much for calling.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
Good night.
Thank you.
You said I'll put on the next caller, please. Let's keep it going. All right.
We have the next caller. Welcome to the Thursday Night Call-In Show.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, it's Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, hello. Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi. Yeah, I just started actually tuning more into your podcast or videocast in the last month or so. My wife was talking about it for some years, and I was always busy, and I tuned in. I finally listened. I go, it was great. All the hits. I'm a big fan of the topics, and you bring on fantastic speakers on therapy and trauma. So I really appreciate bringing attention to those things. I like to think of myself as a student, maybe a C- student, a C student, a D student of attachment. I read a lot of books on it, and I've struggled with it. And for me, it was like Ruach HaKodesh. It offered a lot of insight into myself and my relationship deeply, and I still struggle with the attachment themes. But there's some things that I've struggled to basically find literature on, to validate, besides anecdotal things and conversations with friends. And so just a quick summary for maybe listeners and yourself. So, an attachment for couples, you often have this dynamic of sort of anxious versus avoidant. One partner is maybe more in pursuit. They express their needs. They're overly needy and dependent. And the other one might be more withdrawn, independent, compulsively hyper independent, less sort of emotionally numb, less interested in things. And so my big concern is basically around this dynamic and how if you have a husband who's avoidant, let's say, and he sort of neglects his wife. He's not so available. He's busy at work 60 hours a week.
Right.
She wants attention from him. You say, listen, buddy, you put pressure on him. Right. Your wife wants more affection. She wants more attention. His wife, nags him, so to say, or she pushes him, and he's like, all right, fine. sort of common dynamic. Maybe a therapist might put pressure on him. But when you have it the other way around, I think there's a lot of issues that show up based on cultural reads, expectations, my own experience in therapy, a lot of issues I've heard with friends in their marriage. So if a wife is avoidant,
yes,
and she's not so interested in affection, being hugged, being touched,
yes,
she's very busy, she doesn't want you to bother her, you have a lot of problems. The man seems overly needy. If the man seems pushy, he can seem aggressive. The man, when he does, you can say he's being narcissistic. His wife wants to share feelings. He shuts her down. He's cold. When a wife says, you're being too needy, I don't want to hear your feelings. Why are you bothering me? And a lot of times it can be wrapped as saying she just doesn't feel safe.
Right.
When a man does it, you don't say he doesn't feel safe. You say he's being a narcissist.
Okay, hold on.
I have to tell him, Chase.
I promise you that 90% of people listening are not following, but I'm following, so I want to translate. Okay, so just pause for a second. I'm going to speak to the audience. Our caller is calling in. First of all, he told me that his wife got him into listening to my podcast, which is great. So that's really the most important thing, is that his wife listens and now he listens. That's really the most important thing. All right, but he's talking about attachment theory, and he's talking about this term avoidant, which is an attachment theory thing. By the way, disclaimer, I've never studied attachment theory. I've never studied any modality of therapy. I'm not a therapist. I'm not the mental health professional. I know these things only because people use them in conversation with me, just like you're doing right now, and I just pick up the lingo. At any rate, he's making this claim, which I happen to agree with, that you could have a man with an avoidant attachment style and it's problematic for the marriage, but it's not insurmountable. Whereas if the reverse is true, if the woman is the one with the avoidant attachment style, it is devastating for the relationship. And he gave a couple of illustrations of how that is so, but yes, I agree 100%, and I just wanted to translate that for everybody else. Okay. Yes.
Okay. I just have to make a plug. You have to read books by Stan Tatkin.
No, I don't.
And if you want more heavy...
No, I don't.
Not you, but whoever. You listening.
Yes, go ahead. You can promote books. Go ahead.
Stan Tatkin on attachment. I think one's called Love and War. And if you like more intellectual academic books, there's one called Attachment and Psychotherapy.
Okay.
Anyway, so what happens, even from experience, if you go to a therapist, they can easily wrap it or interpret it as, well, they just don't feel safe. The man seems needy, so it's not good for his masculinity. Yeah. He seems a little pushy. He's being pushy. She doesn't want to be touched. If you touch her, it's very offensive. Are you forcing a woman to be intimate when she doesn't? Right. So avoidant attachment has severe issues with intimacy. And maybe even biologically, if a man is avoidant, maybe he's so interested, for instance, being together with his wife because he's a man. Right. If a woman's not interested in being intimate, she doesn't want to hug, she doesn't want to touch, you pressure her. It's a huge issue. I want to say something which is maybe a little bit shocking or radical, but just to emphasize the point.
Just do it.
I've had friends who have struggled in marriages, secular, religious marriages, for years, to receive basic affection and hugs and connection with their wife for years. And the conversation was, she feels pressure, she doesn't feel safe, etc. Right. I have to tell you that after they divorced, they had the most unbelievable sex life. Their wife was coming over. She was very interested. They have a relationship still. Now, is that about safety? Is it more safe now that they're divorced? The irony is, with an attachment,
we're not promoting that. We're not telling people to do that.
Not promoting it at all. No, very disturbing. Very sad disturbing for the couple. So, very disturbing. So my biggest concern is the failure within literature that they're doing a disservice to the couple and to the wife to really help illustrate. They don't understand what's going on. People don't understand this. They explain to you what's happening. And sometimes avoidance needs confrontation.
Tell us what you're...
I can give you the solution. So the solution, I'll tell you the solution.
Yes.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah.
I agree with you.
The solution is...
description of the problem, I've seen it time and time again. You're describing the problem the way, at least in my anecdotal experience, yes, you are very accurately
describing the solution actually you don't find often also. I'm not saying I came up with it. So when you go to therapy and you do mindfulness and all this stuff, what they'll often tell you is, learn to self-manage, learn to self-regulate, do your breathing, take a walk. Yeah. You're feeling needy, overwhelmed, etc. That's very hard for the anxiously attached. The avoidant doesn't need that. They need it a little bit. What they actually need is to exercise the opposite. They need to exercise reliance, dependency, vulnerability, and insecurities within the relationship. Instead of go to take a walk when you feel overwhelmed, go to your partner and tell them, I need you, I'm overwhelmed. And that's the only way they will experience vulnerability and intimacy. And you cannot just use the same formula for both. And that is how they actually heal, because their compulsion is to be hyper independent, to not rely. And it's only through insecurity, exercising vulnerability. And they'll say, I don't want to share. I don't feel safe. they don't even feel what to share. They don't even know how to articulate it. So they have to exercise, just like somebody like myself, who it's very hard to say, take a break, take a walk. It's hard for me. It's hard for them. Call your husband over. You sit down and say, I'm overwhelmed. I really need your support. I really need you. I feel insecure. Do you love me? They have to exercise vulnerability. It's the only thing I've seen that ever works, and I've almost rarely heard it from therapists, and I can't find a lot of literature on it. A little bit. So, for instance, they have some books on Daring Greatly and stuff that address it, but that's what I wanted to share. See if you had any thoughts on it, but I appreciate the validation. Yeah.
Okay, so this is incredible food for thought. So in just one sentence, how would you describe the solution?
The solution is that people who are avoidant, men or women,
men or women,
women are avoidant. That's the topic. You could do men as well, but I don't want to drag on. But let's just focus on the women for a second.
Yes.
They have to. The way that you get in touch, because they're emotionally numb, they're dissociated. They have to exercise reliance and a healthy relational insecurity. They live in isolationist bubble. They're non-relational. They think in transactional ways. They have to exercise relational dependence, relational vulnerability.
Yeah,
it's the only way.
I agree with you, but it's kind of just push back on that. Of course, everyone knows that's the solution, but how do you get them to do that?
Oh, you exercise it. That's it. It's all. Everyone sits and talks ideas. Great. Lamaisa, you have to. Everyone. When I went to therapy with my wife, you sit in your chair and you talk.
She's not ready to exercise.
No, you get up, you do it. Well, guess what? A lot of people. I'm not ready to take a walk down the block. I want to sit and raise my voice. So you put a boundary on it. This is the other problem. You could go on. People who are anxious. You say, I want to put a boundary on you. You're being too assertive, appears aggressive. How do you put a boundary on a person who appears to be doing nothing? The anxious person falls within the spectrum of aggression or even abuse. The avoidant falls within the spectrum of neglect and abuse. They appear to be doing nothing. That's the damage. That's the gaslighting. Their non-relational impact is deeply felt.
Of the problem, your description of the problem and the particularly insidious nature of the problem is uncannily accurate, but I'm not sure.
So this is the biggest problem.
But I'm not
sure. It's especially problematic for men. But when women do it, there's even more social. No, there's more apologetics around it. That's the issue. It's difficult to see in general with a man. He's just busy. No, he's not. He's avoiding you. When a woman does it, it's much more culturally, you want to be more culturally sensitive to it. And of course, I believe that in a way as well. But it becomes more smoke screens, and it hurts the couple.
I agree. I'm just wondering, if you're offering...
I can tell you, Lamaisa, what to do.
Okay, what do you do?
Yeah, the solution is... You have to exercise. I can't lift 20 pounds less. I can lift 5 pounds. You do small things.
Like what?
Some can be so. It's a spectrum. You walk over and say, "Honey,"
of curling
you make it up.
Pounds?
Let's start with 1 pound. Some people can't even do a pound. They come up and say, "Honey, Chase, I'm really thirsty. Can you give me water?" I'm telling you that some people can't ask for help. They're afraid to ask because you'll say no. And then you go a little deeper. "Honey, Chase, do you like my hair?" Whatever. They might say, "Honey, do you love me?"
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Of course I love you. I don't feel it today. Oh, a little vulnerability. And they go deeper and deeper. They have to exercise. You have to fake it. I have to fake walking around the block, calming myself. I'm not a calm person. Noah, get out of the house. Sam, get out of the house. Jim, get out of the house. They have to exercise. Fake it to make it vulnerability, reliance, relational communication.
Okay. No, it sounds like it's a great idea. And if someone's willing enough to even do that, I think it probably sounds like it could be effective. I just don't want people to have false hopes who are listening to this because, you know, it is a very painful situation. Some people are listening to this and they're going through this hell, and I don't want them to have false hopes and think, oh, this is all I have to do. I have to get my wife to start to exercise tiny little palatable, manageable doses of dependence, because some women are so avoidant, they're not even going to do that. They won't even do that.
No, they don't even know they need that. No, so they don't even know. This is just awareness.
Even if they're told.
No, they have to want to.
Yeah, of course they have to want to. There are women that you could tell them that if you don't do this, you're gonna, you know, your family's gonna fall apart. And she can no easier do this than stick her face in a pot of boiling water. Her survival instincts simply.
So what happens in the attachment dynamic, tragically, is not until there's a threat to the relationship, a divorce, a threat, or when the relationship's over, because there's a loss that they actually feel, it overrides their system. It overrides their system. They live with a sense of almost. They have a hypervigilance to approach. They live with a sort of a sense of omnipresence of the other partner. And also there's a crisis and the person says, I've had enough. They go, what do you mean? They're not even in touch with the relationship sometimes. And when the person threatens or it's over, not that you should do this, then they come alive. But the problem is they do it because they feel the loss, they want you. But when you go back within the committed space, they close up again. It's not their fault. It's very complicated. So you have to exercise small amounts and say exercise reliance and vulnerability. Ask for things. Yeah. Yes, that's all. But when you go to a therapist, they might tell them both of you take a walk, both of you self-regulate, or they might say she just doesn't feel safe. She's not ready yet. Is that really the issue? So I was very disturbed by how difficult it was to find this being well identified, and I wanted to share that.
Okay, I really appreciate it. It's very valuable, and like I said, you described the problem very, very well. I do believe that for some people that's a solution. I do believe that a lot of people are too far gone, and I'm a cynic, so I don't like people to have false hopes. But I definitely do believe what you're saying could work for some people. You know, there's high bottom. Low
I agree
bottom.
with you. I have to tell you, I met a guy in Costa Rica once, and he told me after my parents divorced when I was about 12 years old, and they were both smart, intelligent, caring people, and they would fight, and I never understood, why'd you divorce? And my father would get angry. He would talk a lot. My mother would just sit there and he'd raise his voice. And I always thought my father, he's just a mean person sometimes. And I asked my mother after many years, I said, Mom, what was Dad trying to tell you? And she goes, I don't know. You think I ever listened to anything he said? Right. And then I was in Costa Rica once, and a man says, after 30 years, I divorced. I said, what happened? He looked off crazy at it. He said, she didn't want to help with the carpet cleaning. People don't understand what's going on. Attachment, I'm an attachment chassid. I'm obsessed with it. You have to learn attachment theory.
Okay. All right. This is good stuff. No, I appreciate it.
Thank you very, very much.
Okay.
Thank you for your show. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Okay. Amazing. All right. Baruch Hashem. All right, Yisrael.
Yes.
How you doing?
Yes. Why have you forsaken me?
Why have you forsaken me? Yisrael. Can we go back?
Do you remember that call-in show? I'm doing a reference.
Yeah. Yisrael, why have you forsaken me?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you about something?
Please.
Okay.
Do you have any questions? Maybe
so I want to
you could ask a question and I'll answer.
I'll ask you a question. Okay. Very good. Okay.
Okay.
So you're also Rabbi Taub, right? You're an ordained rabbi, right?
I'm an ordained rabbi.
No, you are. It's true.
I am.
Okay. So
it's very true.
Okay, Rabbi Taub, listen. So I got into gardening a little bit. Basically, when we opened up the SoulWords House, so I started dealing a little bit with the landscaping over there. And I think you know that, like, I ripped out some of the plants that weren't doing so well in the front yard. And then I planted some new ones. I planted knockout roses. I planted a spilled wine.
Hydrangeas.
I planted the hydrangea limelight. I'm going to speak about that in particular in a second. I planted some geraniums. Yeah, and then in the back, I planted some cat.
I did the mulch in the front.
You did the mulch in the front. In the back, I planted some Shenandoah grass, some catmint walkers, junior walkers. I planted some coreopsis. Also, I have the tomato plant and the jalapeno plant. I planted some trees from.
Did you say jalapeno?
Jalapeno, yeah. That's how it's pronounced with the jota. Hablas español?
Did you know that roasted pepper? When you roast a pepper, it gets a new name.
Yes. That a roasted jalapeno is called a chipotle. And each one of the peppers...
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, each species of pepper has a different name when you roast it or dry it or smoke it. I planted some fruit trees. I planted a plum tree, 2 different types of apple, Pixie Crunch and Honey Crisp. I planted a cherry tree. I planted a Bonanza patio peach tree. So I got into gardening. Okay. Here's what I want to tell you.
Did you say the blueberries?
Oh, the blueberry. Very good. Thank you. Northern high bush blueberry. So here's the thing. Oh, and I planted some lavender, by the way, some English lavender. I don't think you've seen it yet. Yeah. So did a lot of planting, I guess. And you mentioned the hydrangeas. The hydrangea is this tree bush. It has these very big flowers, white flowers. It's the limelight cultivar of the hydrangea. Anyway, I got it at a place called Chimato's. Chimato's is a landscaping place. It's a nursery in Far Rockaway. And I got it and I planted it. And after I planted it, I started driving around. I started noticing, like, literally every third house, at least in Long Island and in Queens, I think in Brooklyn too, like literally every third house has these limelight cultivar hydrangeas. You could Google it. It's called hydrangeas, the name of the species of tree. But there's
I know exactly what you're referring to.
Limelight. No, I'm saying to the listeners. And like literally every third house has it. I noticed like office buildings have it. By the way, do you know the best landscaping consistently in the tri-state area? Do you know what Bola is?
What do you mean the best landscaping? Like the best thing to use as landscaping?
Who has the best landscape? Do you know what Bola is? Bola Market?
No.
You do. You just didn't
I know
notice.
Bola Market, yeah.
Bola Market.
No, I know what what Bola Market is.
It's called Bola. Okay, if you talk to the
I call
Sikhs,
it Bola.
Well, the Sikhs who named it, they call Bola Market, Bola. Okay, Harry Singh. You know the Sikhs. The last name is Singh. Mr. Singh means lion. Anyways, Harry Singh. He owns the Bola markets. I want to tell you something. I don't know how many there are in the New York area. They have consistently the most gorgeous landscaping. I want to know why that is. I have a theory. I know there's a lot of Sikh construction companies. That I know. I'm wondering if there's like some Sikh landscaping company that has the contract for all the Bola markets, because you'll start noticing anytime you drive by a Bola market, it has gorgeous landscaping. Okay, but that's not
Do
my.
they have like landscapers like at the edge of the parking lot that'll come do your landscaping for you?
No, I haven't seen the people. I have never actually seen the workers doing it.
If you go, oh, you're not saying they sell landscaping flowers. You're saying they just have nice landscaping.
I'm not saying they provide that service. They're a gas station. They sell.
Oh.
They're a gas station. Bola Market is a gas station. I'm
Right.
saying
I was confused. I thought you were saying they sell these hydrangeas.
The grounds at these gas stations have crazy lavish landscaping. I'm saying notice next time you go drive by Bola Market
I get it.
and you look at the actual terrain, they have incredible landscape, like it's like some type of like palace gardens. I noticed they have the hydrangeas. Everyone's got the hydrangeas.
Yeah.
Everyone in their Aunt Gladys has hydrangeas.
You think they got it from Chamato's?
No, I think Chamato's probably got it from the same orchard that's probably supplying the entire East Coast. My point is this is what I want to...
Where do you think...
Yeah.
I was going to ask, where do you think the Coal Save Market in Lawrence gets their flowers from?
Coal Save Market in Lawrence, where do they get their flowers from? I don't know. Ask Mendy Hertz. He's watching the show right now.
Is it Lawrence or Inwood?
It's Lawrence. How do I know? Because I thanked Coal Save on the Parv Cholet episode of the cooking show.
Right.
Anyways, Mendy Hertz is listening right now. You could ask him right now. Who's your supplier? Mendy, who's your supplier?
That's what I was doing. I was asking him.
Who's your supplier for your flowers at Coal Save? He's texting me. You don't even want to know what he's texting. He's being Statler and Waldorf single-handedly and texting me commentary about all the stuff that's going on. Okay.
We should do an episode of leaking Mendy Hertz's text about leaking the his texts.
Yeah. More scandalous than the Hunter Biden laptop. Listen to me. The Bola that got a laugh out of you? That got a laugh? Okay.
That was a fake laugh.
Okay, fine. Listen to me. The Bola Market landscape. Okay, but here's the deal. I planted with my own two hands. With my own two hands, I planted a hydrangea bush tree in front of the SoulWords house. And now I start seeing that they're everywhere. And I'm so disturbed because I feel like it's mainstream. And I've never been a normie in any of my preferences. And I don't want to be a botanical normie. And I planted it because I thought it was cool and looked good. And now I see it is like the equivalent of top 40 radio. And now I want to take out the hydrangea bush. I just want to remove it because I don't want to be like everybody.
You don't want to look... Yeah. I get that.
Mendy Hertz texted here. He said, leaking text goes two ways, you guys. He's threatening already. So I said at the beginning of tonight's show.
Yeah, also he told me.
He told you the same thing? He's going to leak your texts?
No, he told me where he gets his flowers from.
Where does he get his flowers from?
I don't want to make him lose business. Okay. From Wake Fern and CNS.
Okay. So I said at the beginning of tonight's show that I'm not...
Yeah, what did you say at the beginning of the call-in show?
That I'm 99% the same guy in front of the camera as I am in real life. There's 1% that I don't share with the audience. That 1% is in my texts to Mendy Hertz. By the way, I would not be devastated if Mendy Hertz decided tomorrow that he's going to try to he's going to try to scandalize me
real
and leak. Yeah, he's going to leak all of the the texts that I sent him, all like the weird memes and Instagram reels. I mean,
you wouldn't be the one losing your job. You're saying.
I don't know what job.
I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I'm saying.
Also,
it wouldn't. I mean, I don't want him to, but if he did it, it wouldn't even I wouldn't even care. Well, what, you're going to find out that I have a weird sense of humor?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shocking. Yeah. By the way,
dream, the impossible dream.
Why are you saying it like that? It sounds like you're mocking it.
I'm trying to show that you have a sense of humor.
Oh, thank you. Yes. To dream the impossible dream.
Did I not do a spot on impression?
No, I don't think it sounded
I think I did a pretty spot on impression.
Can you do an impression of me?
Dream the impossible dream.
Can you imitate me?
That's my impression. Can you imitate me?
You think that sounds like me? That's like mocking.
No, I'm kidding. I'm really tired.
Stop copying me. Oh, don't copy me.
Stop copying me. I'm just exhausted, honestly. So.
All right. I think we had a good show.
It's a pretty rigorous show you run here. Yeah.
Yeah. It's rigorous. But anyways, what should I do with the fact that I feel like a normie? Because everybody has these hydrangeas, and now I just want to take it out.
Well, I'll tell you what. From what I noticed, the hydrangea, and I could be wrong, hydrangeas that I see are like more of a bush, like on the floor, kind of.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
No, some of them are tall.
And then yours is more like up in the air. I don't know. I haven't seen ones like yours.
Yeah.
So I think you're good. I think you're okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm seeing here in the chat, Elder Care AI, I think I'm reading it right, says there are 214 stores in New York. I think he's referring to Bola Market.
Bola Market.
Red Wiki U6L says, Rabbi, do you read the live chat? I do read it, but like 15 minutes later sometimes. Someone says, Charles 2.0, I planted etrog seeds. Yeah. Anywho, is there anything else that we need to cover tonight?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Let's call it a night.
Call it a night. Okay. So, you know what I want to tell you then?
Thank you to the amazing callers. Thank you for Ida and David for joining in.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome. Oh, and don't forget charity.com/RST. Could you put that in the chat? Are you able to put charity.com?
I did, and YouTube deleted it, I think, because it's a link. I don't know.
No.
I put it in the chat.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. All right, fine. So let's end like this. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Did it my way. Red Wiki U6L. Did you see my message about Michael Savage? Yes, I did see your message about Michael Savage, but I didn't respond to it because what do you want me to do? I'll read it. Okay. Rabbi, can you help Michael Savage to set up a call-in show like you have? I think it would give him a tremendous chayas, and he is great with live callers like his old radio days. You got to understand something about Michael Savage. Yes, I'm in touch with him. He's very, very touchy. Like, you can, even when I email him, I will not email him more than one sentence at a time because he gets like very moody. Like, so I promise you, I'm not going to be able to like communicate the whole thing. Like, let's set up a thing, a live call and show. Like, it's just too much information. Like, I'm very careful when I communicate with him to just give him like bite size. That's it. Like, he gets annoyed. Like, he really, you remember, like, he used to bark at the callers, like, get to the point and whatever. Or he used to hang up on people and say, how are you doing? Don't ask me how I'm doing. Yeah. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I think he would be great doing his old radio format online, but I'm not going to set it up for him because, like, I respect the fact that he has a certain way that he likes to be communicated with, and that's how I communicate. That's how I communicate with him. That's it. Yeah. Okay. All right, Yisrael.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm going to end it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All right, good night.